SaintsKnight 2883 here, welcoming you guys to the channel with yet another GT Sport Beta video. This is now day 14, and I gotta say before we start, I actually noticed that there was the game, like a new update added to the game, version 1.05, I believe it was. Anyway, I don't know what exactly that entails, but it should be interesting to find out. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump in, do a couple of races, and hopefully unlock a new car and actually test said car out. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, if you would like to see more of GT Sport, don't forget to smash that thumbs up button. So without further ado, let's get down to business. So straight away, I don't think I can tell much of a difference. Okay, today's first race is going to be the Nürburgring in an N300 car. And for this one, you know what? Let's go for the good old Subi. Now let's see. Okay, yeah, bit of a change in the layout of the menu. But let's see, for this race we'll be rocking 286 brake horsepower with about 1,639 kilograms. We'll be weighing more and having less power. That's a bit... it's not that good. Well, it's not bad, but it's not good at the same time either. But anyway, all we need to do is... I don't actually think we can do like a full lap of the track. So what I'm thinking what we should do right now is actually just drive around the Subi, get reacquainted with it, and pray for a miracle, I guess. But either that, we'll be able to get anywhere with the Subi. I mean, the fastest time we've got so far is about 8:52.061. It's not exactly like, I'm not too sure how to compare it, but it's okay, I guess. Alright, so we're gonna turn on the fully customized suspension drivetrain and lock the transmission. And since it's a four-wheel drive car, what we can do is, whilst we're driving the car, actually, I'm actually noticing as well that on the top it actually gives you a little bit of a tip on how to actually drive the car, which is actually much appreciated. I mean, and I actually think as well that they've actually done a little bit of work on the customization, well, on the interior side of things, because if I recall, the interior used to be a bit more sparse and stuff. But before I forget, as always, ladies and gentlemen, I am rocking the Logitech G29 steering rig with us today, with full assists off, and of course being in manual gear with the optional manual gear shifter as well. And already I can just tell from the race that the layout has changed. Do I like it? Do I like the new look for it? Honestly, yes. I mean, granted, it will take me a little bit of time to actually get used to, but it's more cleaner, it's more straightforward. It is probably the best way to describe it. It's straightforward, man. Don't even need to brake here. We may need to brake there, although probably not. Alright, but anyways, we got about 40 seconds until our practice session is over, and I'm getting reacquainted. I'm actually re-figuring out the Subi, man. I mean, am I extremely confident about this race? I mean, hell to the no, man. This is the Nürburgring. I never really feel confident when I'm at the Nürburgring because, look, it's too tight of a track to actually try and get some overtaking done. But maybe that's why some of the... Well, this is why a lot of people actually died on this track. Maybe they were just trying to get an overtake, man. I mean, do you not think? Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be put... Actually, that is the end of qualifying, and it's now time to actually get into the nitty-gritty. Okay, our race. Apologies for that. Apologies for that. I had to take a little bit of a sip of something. I mean, because it's such a beautiful day out there. I mean, I can't be the only one feeling this gorgeous weather. I mean, I'm pretty sure someone else out there is feeling this incredibly beautiful weather that we're having. It is a very, very nice weather out there. But anyways, we're gonna... Okay, so, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be starting the race in 18th place. And I noticed as well, ladies and gentlemen, that we've added driver rankings. I mean, they've always had the sportsmanship ranks, but they've never had the warm-ups. Well, they've never had the driver rating either. Maybe that's a race-only thing. But I'm curious just to see how it's implemented into the actual nitty-gritty race itself. See, we got about 1 minute and 40 seconds to actually practice and actually trying to get acquainted, get used to the track. It will take some time, and I don't think we even have enough time to actually get used to the track, but as long as we can get used to the main sort of sections on the first few bits, then we should be relatively fine. I mean, I don't know. We're going to be starting off this race in bottom rank, which is honestly not the best place for us to be in right now, since the higher you place, the more likely you're going to end up in that place, because as I've said before, it's a Nürburgring. It's a very tight, long track. It has 147 corners, 13.1 miles, and well, unless you screw it up that much, if you're precise, if everyone on the track is precise with their racing line, then you will absolutely get nowhere. But if you actually want to push your car to the edge that tiny bit, you're gonna have to do quite a lot of risk taking, which unfortunately, whilst I'm in this Subi, I'm not really gonna be doing much of, because as I said, man, it's hard getting adjusted to it. I'm more used to driving the GTR that we did in yesterday's stream, man. I mean, that's where it is, I guess. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be starting up our first ever race in of the day, man. I mean, I'm not too sure where we're gonna end up, if we actually do end up somewhere. Yeah, I noticed as well that people can actually change on the headlights. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We're about to race, and we're off. As long as I don't end up in the last, then I'll be fine. See, already made an overtake. Very nice, very smooth. But then again, it was against the bloody Hyundai, so it wasn't exactly that hard, man. It's a Hyundai, man. It's a Hyundai. Okay, I'm sorry. Did I just pronounce that as Hyundai? I'm gonna go kill myself. Just jokes. I mean, where else would you get? Okay, really? Oh God, I'm letting a Hyundai take over me. This is not good news. That was a huge risk, and it ultimately paid off. Now let's see if I can actually try and get some overtaking done. Maybe not much. Maybe 1 or 2 more places, and then I'd be somewhat satisfied. I mean, the Hyundai ahead of me is actually... He must have the traction control turned off in that thing, because that would not be really good for him. That would really not be good for him, since you can see him sliding about the place. Okay, interesting. Guy behind me, Mr. Rimrez, or... I'm sorry if I don't know how to pronounce your name. There's no way in hell I'm going to try and pronounce it again. The Spaniard behind me in the Hyundai actually tried to take me in that last corner, but couldn't find an opening. Must have... Maybe it's because I shut the door on it or something, man. I don't know. Go, 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 go. No, no, no. Don't you dare. Don't you dare, man. I am not going to end up in last place. There's no way in hell am I going to end up going from first in the last race that we did. If anyone remembers, yesterday I did a live stream where we actually won our first ever race in the good old Nissan. Ho ho! Oh god, 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 god. Come on, man. Come on, man. Ladies and gentlemen, I am stone dead last. Seriously, how did this happen? I mean, I went from first to last. Maybe it's because of the traction control that I actually slipped up. Okay, those two are together. I mean, hopefully we can actually get some contact, try and slow each other down, which is exactly what they're not doing. Spaniards stick together, I guess. I don't know why. Go, 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 go. Go. Come on. I need one overtake. That's all I want. All I want is one teensy weensy overtake, because I don't want to end up that guy who went from first to last. I would like to be... Well, I could be known as the guy who went from first to second to last. That would be somewhat okay. But first to last, man, no. Besides, I'm not actually going to end up... It's obvious I'm not going to end up the race. It was kind of obvious since we found out like where it is I'd be starting. I mean, I would obviously start in last place. Well, I was going to be starting the race in last place with it, and now still in last place with a gap of 29.166 seconds. Man, that's a pretty big gap. Okay, now it's jumped to 33 seconds with a 2.7 second gap. Okay, lesson number 1. Don't try. Maybe that's why I haven't been... How long have we been in third gear? Oh, god dang it. The only dots I have in the roof, actually a red car. If you try and do it in that mode, then you're gonna end up instantly regretting it, because red on red sort of blends in. See, look at that. Let's jump from 2 seconds to 6.2 seconds. I mean, for God's sake. This race is a complete bust, as it seems. So yeah, I'm gonna end up the guy who went from first place to last place. Well, good results for us today. Not the best. Well, then again, it's not exactly the best start. It's not the best sort of start that we've had today, but then again, we have nowhere else to go but up, so I suppose that's something, I guess. I mean, we've got nowhere to go but up. The sky's the limit for us, man. And see, that was the problem with like ending your race and ending your streak of like disappointments and finally getting the first place, because if you do end up getting the first place, you've nowhere to go but down. Whereas once you've hit rock bottom, like I have, you then have nowhere else to go but up, man. I mean, it's human nature, right? Besides, I am excited for this game, man. This is awesome. This is an awesome game, and with stuff that they've added, and now that we know that Porsche is going to be in the game for free, it makes me hype, man. I mean, apart from Aston Martin, Porsches are actually my favorite sports car company, man. I mean, I don't know why, they just, they may all look the same, but is that a problem? I mean, people said for years and years that Aston Martins look the same. It's like saying that that one guy, actually, that there was a famous artist who painted this beautiful, beautiful picture, or painting, or whatever the hell you want to call it, and was actually changed it slightly, like added in a couple of different flowers, and yet had the same basic layout, and everyone then was like, oh, the picture's shit because it's not really original. Give us something original. Which is what I don't get, man. I mean, every time somebody, if we give them something original, they go, oh, it's too far away from the original thing. Or if we if we don't change it enough, they're like, oh well, you changed too much. It's no longer the classic. Bring back the olden days. And that, I know, is the problem with youth. And I'm actually noticing as well, in the old update, the version that we got our hands on, as you can see here, we can rotate that as well as the outside, but for this, we can't really rotate it outside, but we can do it inside. I mean, did you guys find that just a little bit odd, or am I just nitpicking? I'm nitpicking, aren't I? See, I usually do that. I usually nitpick, but then again, I nitpick because I care about this game, man, and I want it to be successful. Is what I was gonna say. But did you guys not notice that weird tiny detail about the time? No? Okay. Alright, 15.6 miles added to our daily workout, which is good enough. I mean, I can accept that I came last. As long as I can get somewhere up for my daily workout. I mean, that's what's needed to get new cars, isn't it? But anyway, guys, congratulations to Mr. H. Vesser in his Audi TT. Good job, my man. You deserved it. You deserved the win. Let's see, that I improved my sportsmanship rating to B. Still a D for driver rating. I mean, I don't know how we can change that, but hey, we learn as we go, you know. So let's see. Right, now, you know what? We've got about 5 minutes until the next race, and for that, what we're gonna do is we're gonna hop back into this, baby. we are going back to where it began for the streak in the GTR, man. I mean, for this one, we're going to be rocking 416 brake horsepower, which is not too bad. It's only about 12 brake horsepower down from its original 428. It is going to be way more, though. It's got, now with the added stuff and all, it's going to be 1,580 kilograms opposed to 1,450. Tires are all the same, but it shouldn't matter if we put in, it wouldn't matter if we make this car, like, if we push this car, man. If we do, then that would be good, because that way we can get more speed into the thing. But besides, I know the GTR, man. I mean, I know how to control the thing. I know, like, when to take it, when not to take it, when to push, when not to push. And I managed to, my fastest time, I think, it still has it. Which I think, I'm guessing, was about 50.9 seconds, which is honestly not that bad a time. Alright, let's see. Alright, so here we are back inside the GTR for a qualifying session, which should do well, man. I mean, it's a GTR. When does it not do well? I don't know if we can beat our 50.9 time, but if we get close to it, then we should be all good on that front, man. But it's okay. Nice power in. Okay, apologies for that. Actually, apologies for not really talking that much. It's just that for some reason I always seem to like concentrate whenever I'm not racing, man. Actually, whenever I'm not racing, I'm more well, whenever I'm not commentating, I'm always concentrating. I'm just trying to get in a quick enough lap time. But also, speaking of new things, there is a actually that's behind me is me, like me in my previous lap. I mean, if it can get me in my best lap so that I can compare, that would be all the better. So that means I can actually see like where I need to like be fast in, how I need to improve it, actually when to improve it, how to improve it, and all that statistical goodness that every single racing driver loves. See, about 80 miles an hour, 90 change. Okay, try not to drop it on the curb. Should know that for good thing we should know that for the race. It's a good thing this isn't a race itself. Let's see, drop the curb. Kept the tighter line, actually kept a better racing line for that than I did in the last lap, so that's a major improvement. About 0.520 seconds quicker around that sector than I was on lap 2, I think that was. So it's a good thing they added the ghost feature in. Go, 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 go. Okay, I slowed down quite a bit there. See, that's the trouble with actually having a good, solid lap time. And wait, I actually think 50.8 seconds. That is actually 0.1 second faster than my best lap, actually, which is really, really good news. Nah, I keep wanting to try and go full throttle and just put the pedal down for that corner, but I can't because I know I'll go flying off, which is not really good news for anyone there now, is it? Okay, we both sort of dropped the curb a bit. I think I may have braked a little bit too early, but straight line speed I can actually gain a little bit more of a momentum. Yeah, I really screwed up that corner there, but I think, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be the last that we are actually going to be entering our second ever race, but first race of the day in Brands Hatch. And I gotta be honest, I don't know what to expect, because the last race we done in the GTR, if you missed, if there's new people here and they missed yesterday's live stream, we won our first race on this track in that car. So there's lots of pressure for me to actually, just keep up with the performances. But as long as I don't come in last, that's always the goal for these sorts of things. That's always the goal for the live streams. It's always just not to come last. Hopefully, guys, hopefully I don't start in last. I don't think that'd be possible with the A, Distincts group, and B, the GTR in general. But then again, there are probably more better experienced drivers in the game who've been playing Gran Turismo since they were like yay high, like something. And well, they probably would have gotten around there in like 30 seconds or like 25 probably. But all I could just do is it's just perform my best and hope for the best. But interestingly enough, though, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be starting the race in third place, which is not too bad. Only 0.83 seconds slower than the Megane in front of us, and not that much slower than some. Actually, then I think it was a Genesis. But thankfully, a good thing about those cars is that they're not really good in launch. They're not really that good when it comes to launch. That's where this thing exceeds with flying colors. Whenever this thing launches itself, it's probably one of the most fastest accelerating cars, to take off. Well, that isn't a fully fleshed out track monster. Road car, that's what I was looking for. Okay, GTR guys, Italian GTR guy, he's just, what the hell's he doing, man? He's going all about the place. Okay, we've got about less than a minute in order to actually get a good and solid foundation out. Go, go, go. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Power. Nice. The more I drive this GTR, the more that I am in love with the thing, because if I'm honest, this GTRs are a bit of a mixed bag for me. If you guys were to ask me, like, what's the best SaintsKnight, what's your favorite GTR? It would obviously be an R35, because wait a minute, what? Are you serious right now? This thing's telling me that I'm starting a race in 16th. But wait, where am I starting? Let's see if I can. Oh, we're starting in. Okay, that's weird. It says we're starting in 14th, even though that's. Look, that's That's clearly me in third place, ladies and gentlemen. Well, fourth, I think. Third or fourth. Yeah, third place. All I need to do is go off the line really good, like that. Good enough start. Carry the speed out. As long as I can take the hind eye either in this corner or the next one, we should be fine enough. Okay, we've got a GTR behind us, but nothing to worry about. All we gotta do is just focus on Mr. Hyundai. All we gotta do is focus on the Danish Hyundai. I never thought I'd say that in a game like this, the Danish Hyundai, man. But anyways, okay, carried a little bit too much speed going into that corner. Now, the GTR is a faithful companion. It served me quite well over these last few races, man. I mean, and hopefully we can actually edge our way. Okay, that's not really a good idea. Well, that wasn't really a good move on my part. Apologies, sir. Apologies, sir, for actually crashing into you. I did not mean that. We're on our second lap. About 4 seconds faster than he is, though. Well, he was in his last lap, though, so I suppose that's something, I guess. But I can't let a Hyundai beat a Nissan GTR. I mean, what? How's that? It doesn't make sense, man. It's a Hyundai. It's not supposed to keep up with a GTR, and yet there it is, and he's not only keeping up, but he's pulled away in his Hyundai, man. Let's see. If I could pretty much nail these corners, then I could pretty much be back in the running. Not that I wasn't before, but get back to like being millimetrically close to him. Okay, he's snaking a bit, which means he's struggling with the car. He's struggling to actually maintain it. Oh, he went wide. He went, well, that is a catastrophic amount of understeer through that corner, and which means hopefully I can actually gain some leverage. Cheers. Anyway, apologies about that, ladies and gentlemen. Parents. A bit stupid. Anyways, fourth lap, and the gap is slowly shrinking. I can tell that the gap is actually very much shrinking, because I don't think that Hyundai can actually be able to compete with the way this thing takes its corners. And ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Hyundai actually judged that corner way poorly, and as a result of that, actually he spins himself. Well, he didn't exactly spin him off, but he understeers hideously into the grass / well, the outside of the track, man. That's what I'm trying to say. But that means we've got about 2 laps to go. All I have to do is stay consistent and stay good. Well, stay consistent and don't cock up. Then it'll be pretty much smooth sailing from here, man. Okay, brake a little bit before. Yes. Very nice job, Scott. Well, GTR. Nice job, R35. Ooh, 50.9 seconds. Fastest lap time of the race goes to me, and ooh. We've got another GTR behind me who keeps on banging in fastest lap times after I bang mine. I mean, Just weird. Okay, he's gone. He took that corner a little bit wide, but he's not slowing down that much. So I'm gonna have to pretty much nail these corners, and hopefully he doesn't come into contact with me. If he does, this will be over pretty quickly. But no, pretty much nail that corner. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be picking up first place once again with the almighty powerful GTR. I mean, I love this thing, man. I don't know what it is. I love this GT. So that means we are going to be finishing the race in first place out of 17. Wow. Who'd have thought that I would have actually... If you were to... Honestly, man, if you were to watch our videos from... Well, if you were to watch the GT Sport videos from the actual beginning, you'd be thinking, there's no way that he would ever win 2 races in a row, man. And you're kind of, right, actually. I mean, there is, like... I'm scarcely believing it myself. I mean, it is that unfathomable, but thankfully not that impossible. So, I am 1 mile off from our actual target, like for our daily target, and that is me going to be picking up the first place trophy once again. And that was actually, well, it wasn't that exactly close, but it was still a race that I did not want to cock about in. It was one of those races. It was one of those races where you were just like, oh good God, please don't cock about. Just make sure everything doesn't just slip up. Well, yeah, so that is me going to be bagging home first prize in that. And actually, I'll tell you what, we're actually going to test out one of the new cars that we've got. We're going to test out this bad boy, the Ferrari 458 Italia GT3. If you guys have watched the previous live stream, we have actually just there now, well, not just there now, just like in the last one before it ended, we actually got our hands on this little puppy. And I haven't really driven it. I haven't driven it since the last stream, and I don't know what to expect. I know, man. I genuinely don't know what to expect from this thing. Only that it's a Ferrari, so should hopefully be nothing but good things. The record so far for this track in general was about 14.5 seconds, which is really rather impressive once you stop to actually think about it. But let's see if we can actually get that a little bit faster around this track. I don't know, but it is possible, right? It is that the tiniest little thing is still possible, man. We've got 14.6 seconds, not too bad at all. And I gotta say, I'm liking this car. No, really, I'm liking this car a lot. If the only thing is, if I could actually drive it a bit, I don't know, better, then maybe I'd be able to appreciate it a hell of a lot more, because this is what Ferraris should be. Race cars. They shouldn't. The way I see it, Ferrari shouldn't make road cars and race cars. They should make one or the other, because every time the race cars are doing good, the road cars not so much. And every time the road cars are doing good, well, you get the picture. Ferrari seems to can't seem to actually grasp the concept of multitasking, man. They can't seem to grasp the concept of multitasking to actually be like, you know what, let's focus instead of focusing all our attention on our actual Formula 1 season, we should get half of our team on that, but also another half on the actual road car that we're going to be selling to customers. I mean, honestly, I would honestly argue that Ferrari make better race cars than they do road cars. I mean, it's a kind of a, it's a tough one. It's a tough one, but honestly, I would have to go for race cars because Ferrari, when they're in the like Formula One environment, you get this sense of like comfort that you know that they know that they know what they're doing, and that's a genuine good thing. You don't want to feel uncomfortable, Sauber, and pretty much any beginner. You know what? Do a little 360. I'm in the first, and ooh, I actually thought you can actually do the options in here. See, exit from here. Yep, pick up another 6 miles to the daily workout, and that is going to be our daily workout complete, which means we should be looking at a new car. And here it is. You may be thinking, SaintsKnight, are you disappointed or what? I mean, I'm not. Well, it's a BMW Z4 GT3, if you don't know what it is. But GT3 cars, we already have like cars like a Corvette and all that. But in terms of, you see, look at that. The nearest car is actually our least powerful out of everything here. I mean, look at this. The Hyundai is 1 brake horsepower more powerful than the BMW. That's how you know things have gotten pretty bad. Whenever your car is low on power compared to a Hyundai Genesis. So anyway, enough of that. What we're going to do is we are going to be racing once again on Brands Hatch Indy Circuit in the incredible Nissan GTR, and well, we'll see where it goes. I mean, if we can get 2 race wins in a row, it would be absolutely amazing, but I highly doubt it's possible. I doubt it's possible because you can't really keep that consistency. Keeping consistency is quite, challenging. It's difficult. It's difficult to keep a consistent pace. But if you can do it, it's probably one of the most greatest things that you could ever accomplish as a race car driver, is to keep consistency either in a main race or even a qualifying time, and even in your fuel or tire pressure or whatnot. Okay, let's see. Last lap I broke my record for like my fastest time round the Indy circuit of Brands Hatch, but I don't know if I can actually break that record again, because as you can see at the near bottom right hand corner, my record has been 50.8 seconds. We've only decreased it by 0.1 second, but every little millisecond matters, so I don't know. And besides, this is my sighting lap, so there's no way I'm going to beat it on my first go. See, there we go. I didn't. I wasn't expecting to either. Okay, the GTR, I'm like it. Besides, what do you guys think of the? Actually, what do you guys think of the GT Sport? Actually, of GT Sport in general. Do you guys? Is this making you want to actually buy GT Sport, or if you were actually pre-ordered your copy? Because I pre-ordered my copy, and I actually pre-ordered, interestingly enough, I actually pre-ordered another copy for a friend of mine. He's one of the All Saints, I'm not going to mention who, but the idea for him is that we're actually going to be hopefully doing a couple of videos with some of the All Saints on GT Sport. So you can pretty much tell that I'm hyped for this, and if you know what, to prove how hyped it is, to prove how hyped I am, the total cost of both pre-orders for me and one of the All Saints, near enough £200. I know, that's because I pre-ordered mine on Amazon. Well, my 2 copies on Amazon, but I also actually I pre-ordered the Steelbook edition for for the colleague, and I pre-ordered the collector's edition for myself because I'm a car guy. I need those collectible car figures in my life, man. I even got one for GT 5, I believe it was. It was the a Mercedes SLS for that. Yeah, it was an SLS. So there's that, and I only buy collector's editions for games I'm actually excited for. That's why I pre-ordered well, anyway, enough of pre-orders. What do you guys think of GT Sport so far? Because myself personally, I'm loving it. Seriously though, I'm loving the GT Sport beta, and this is actually making me more and more excited for the main game as we actually get close to release date. God knows when that will be. Hopefully sometime this year, because I don't want to wait too long. I don't want to wait too long for a game, then ultimately end up going to be disappointing. Good swearing. Kingdom Hearts. Yeah. Should be interesting. Anyway, guys, we are going to be doing our warm-up race for the. We will be doing our warm-up race, actually laps, warm-up time, before we actually head off to the big and bad race, man. So let's hope we can actually keep a consistent, seamless, consistent run and not go wide absolutely everywhere. As long as I can keep a racing line that's precise and concise and actually inconsistent, then we would be in good order. Besides, we're going to be starting the race in, I believe it was the same as before, 3rd place. So yeah, I mean, the only problem with that is that the other 2 people are also in GTRs, whereas in the last one we had a Hyundai Genesis I know, right? And a Renault Megane. That were the only people that we actually had to overtake, which was quite both easy and hard. Easy because the first one was a Megane, but hard because it's a Hyundai and a Renault. But hard as well because for some reason it wouldn't allow me to catch up. Then again, it's because I wasn't even pushing that hard enough. So anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we have about 5 seconds until the start of the race. We're going to be coming in at a lap time of 51 seconds, but it's not going to be able to push us up that bit further. We are going to be starting the race in 3rd place with only 2 GTRs, one from the United Kingdom like myself, and one from Germany, I believe it was, only in front of us. And besides, we got a couple of Hyundai Genesis, whatever, Sirocco's, and everything. Besides, actually, you know what, guys? What are your guys' thoughts on the GT Sport content and everything? You enjoying it? I know I am. I'm actually excited for the actual full game itself. That's why I keep doing this, to actually let you guys know my opinion. Not that you guys care about it anyway, about the game. Anyways, what do you guys think? What are your thoughts on the videos and on the channels? If you're new to the channel and you actually are like, you know what, this SaintsKnight guy's cool, I might actually want to stick around, then 2 things. One, that's actually it's quite good that they actually like the channel and all that sort of great stuff. But secondly, as well, if you could please do us a favor, if you do like our content, then be sure to stick around, actually subscribe and to stick around, man, because we have got lots of like new projects coming up, some of which involving Project Cars 2, Dirt 4, and the full GT Sports and GT Sport whenever like the full game like gets released. We will be having actually, so yeah, that is a lot to look forward to. So if you guys want to see that, then show your love either in the comment, actually show your love in both the comments, and if you want to see that, then be sure to subscribe, and mainly to just stick around, I guess, because, well, the first of the games to be out is Dirt 4, and that is actually going to be really, really fun to do, because Dirt 4 is, well, Dirt 4 is, I mean, my favorite ever racing game, well, one of my favorite ever racing games for the PS3 was Dirt 3, and I was so mad that Xbox One got a backwards compatibility version, because it actually made me mad at Sony altogether, because I wanted Dirt 3 for the PlayStation 4, but no, we had to get Dirt Rally, which, don't get me wrong, Dirt Rally is good. I just wish that Gymkhana and all was like back in the games, because Gymkhana is fun, man. If you've seen Gymkhana, it's fun. But anyways, I'm rambling on. If you would like to show this channel some support, if you're new and like our videos, then please subscribe to the channel, and we'll do our best to keep up with the
hello buddy
quotation marks here good content. And so anyway, we're in our 4th lap now, and we gained 1 place. I'm not doing too bad. Then again, I finished 1st in the last race, but could be worse, man. I mean,
6 like.
It could be a heck of a lot worse. It could be a heck of a lot worse. I mean, we could end up back in 18th place. Ignore the race at the Nürburgring, then everything will just be just fine. We'll just pretend. Between you and me, guys, we'll just pretend that the Nürburgring race didn't happen. But then again, it is a live stream, and as soon as that gets done, it gets posted straight away to YouTube. So, damn, that's gotta be bad for any future people who want to watch it. But anyways, we're not doing too bad. See, the consistency is the key, and the fact that the car's starting to grow on me is quite amazing in on itself, man. I mean, it took me time to actually get used to it, but once I instantly fell in love with it, because okay, that's not nice. That was really not nice. Do you guys see that right now? Apparently it looked like the guy in... Okay, so yeah. Also, as well as testing out this game, we're also going to be... It's a good thing it's a beta test, because if this was the full like release, then I'd be pretty goddamn mad, man. I mean, I'd be really, really peeved. But thankfully, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be the final lap. As long as I don't cock up, or as long as my internet connection doesn't really screw me over, I should be pretty much settled. And wait, no, don't you dare. You just tried to ghost me. Well, tried to get me to go in the ghost so we can actually overtake me. That is not going to happen, my friend, because I'm going to be picking up 2nd place. Not too bad. Not too bad for it's not going to be too bad for 2 races in a row, 1st and 2nd. Not too bad. Let's see, what is the time? But sadly, I'm afraid that... Let's see, wait. But let's see where everyone else actually finished up. Not too bad. We're going to add another 10.2 miles to our driving marathon, giving us a total of 42 miles completed. It's not too bad for a day. Congratulations to Mr. Momo underscore 307. Good driving today, buddy, and in a GTR no less. So that was actually a good race all around, apart from that one moment where I thought that you actually spun yourself off. But I don't know what happened there. All we can just assume is internet gone haywire, I guess. So none of our stats have changed. Our sportsmanship ratings and driver's ratings have stayed pretty much consistently the same. What I think I'm going to do right now, ladies and gentlemen, is I'm going to end the live stream here. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please smash that thumbs up button. If you're new to the channel and you like what you see, subscribe. And, well, apart from that, I will catch you guys in the next GT Sport live stream. So, until then, guys, adios.